Kind of Vague Radio, Kind of Vague Radio, Kind of Vague Radio, Kind of Vague Radio, Kind of Vague Radio.
Welcome to Kind of Vague Radio Podcast, everybody. My name is Andrew.
I'm Rob.
And we are bringing you a very fucking special gift. One of the more anticipated acts that I've been personally anticipating since Rob was like, hey, I got a message. I guess who's going to be on?
And the answer is...
we're here with Sugar Nova.
It's Sugar Nova!
Off of their very, very successful summer tour to the East Coast, they dropped their brilliant album, Halogen? Yeah. Came out May 2023. And since then, it has been making its way around just... all the indie dance, electro pop scenes, the chill wave crew.
Well, I got it just real quick. I'm a very proud owner of that vinyl package.
Oh, yes.
Full vinyl package with the t-shirt.
You supported our Kickstarter.
It was yes, it was Kickstarter supporting. But honestly...
Once a week, he tells me about how soft that shirt is.
Yeah, right. So I think that's the message I want to convey is like not only is the music great, but the products themselves were of the highest quality. Quite honestly, the shirt is one of the most comfortable shirts I own. So
yeah,
nice.
Because when you're a band, you want that. I have actually bought merch from bands that I love, and I never wear it because like it's a rough cotton and like I don't like it.
Right,
Yeah.
It's like bottom of the pajama drawer.
Yeah.
Guilty.
Even
Very
then, it's
guilty.
just like I won't wear it to bed. It's not. But Sugar Nova's shirt is soft and comfortable, and I sport it out in the world all the time.
Yes. So we're sitting here with Rachel and Luke. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Yeah. Give us a little bit of a...
All right. Well, I'm Rachel.
Rachel's the singer in Sugar Nova. My name is Luke Miller. I play guitar, and not tonight, but usually I have a drum pad, and I produce the music.
All right. Yeah. Dope. So I don't know. What do we get into first here? So Sugar Nova. You guys, let's just get into it. So you guys, what?
What I was going to say is maybe can we start with a little? I don't want to.
Okay.
I know.
Breaking format. What are you doing?
Well, no. I know that we're going to focus on Sugar Nova.
Yes.
Can we just at least talk about Lotus for a minute or two?
Well, that's actually what I was going to go into. So
Okay.
2016, you tag Rachel for a guest spot on the Lotus album. Yeah, take us back. Way back machine.
We went to the same college, so we knew a bunch of similar people, but it was the first time we worked together artistically was on the Lotus album, Eat the Light.
I mean, it should be mentioned that the Lotus is I would call it an extremely successful music endeavor. How would you characterize it, Luke?
It's kind of like, for me, it's like being a fish in water. I don't really know anything else. I've been doing it my whole adult life. But, there's a lot of successful points that we've had. There's been ups and downs, but I think one of my, I grew up here in Lakewood, and so one of the biggest achievements was playing Red Rocks 14 times. So that's one of our
That's our dream, man. Well,
yes, we are dreamers,
Godspeed.
and we would love.
Now, does one of your family members play with you?
Yeah, I have a twin brother. He plays bass in Lotus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There you go.
The twin brother.
So you guys grew up playing everything together, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we started a ska band in high school, and we
Okay, what was the name of the ska band? God, I want to hear the name of this band.
put that down, Chris. We didn't have a pun or anything, but a lot of the puns for the ska bands were taken. But yeah, we were big into. There was a big ska wave then, but we were also into the older Jamaican ska and
First wave, second wave stuff.
Yeah, but the Put That Down, Chris, is more the traditional third wave stuff.
Yeah, third wave.
Wow. Any of those recordings? Yeah.
I got a cassette tape of it. It was back in the day before everyone had a GarageBand on their computer, so it was old school.
Wow.
That's dope. I really
if you
got
make
into
a copy for me, I'll digitize it for you.
I really got into Chris Murray out in L.A. The Chris Murray Trio. God, man, that is like some rock steady ska vibe that he brings. That I don't know. Yeah, good friends of mine are really big into the ska scene out there. In fact, my friend Chris Bourbon just played with the Scotalites the last tour. I was like, God damn, you're so lucky! Like seeing all the stages he was on his Facebook page, and just like, you bastard. I have a recording of him doing drums on October Country, actually. Oh. Yeah, he came and drank, and I could do that track. He did it in one take too. Fucking A.
So anyway, well, back to the.
So
you have a pretty successful band that you've started with. Are you you're a founding member? You and your brother are
Yeah.
founding members, and you're enjoying success as Lotus, and then you decide I need to branch out.
Well, I believe it's your first your solo album. Disco Nap, right?
Yeah, Luke the Knife is kind of my DJ project, and I've done one album with that, and Rachel sang on a song on that album.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool. And then I guess things just gelled really well. I mean, obviously they really do. That your album Halogen is just it's so listenable, like dancing.
Yeah.
Like I put it when I work at Target, so anytime we're like doing a big group thing where we all have to be out there and everybody fucking hates it, I will put that on and like just lifts everybody's spirit. They're like, who is this? What is this?
Well, and also it's like the way that the lineup is set up. Like I perceive it. There's a lot of stuff that's in your vein that duos, like for me, Air is one of the classic electronica duos, and then like Fantagram, aren't they a duo? I mean, they probably have a little bit more in their stage presentation, right? But their core is just a duo. Anyway,
Yeah,
so it's like
producer.
the space is like. Heck, you can even go with Billie Eilish to some degree. Her
Oh
and her
yeah,
brother.
her and her brother really.
Anyway,
They did that whole
It's
fucking 007 song on the tour bus,
Right.
recorded and everything. That's fucking crazy.
I just say it's a winning combination. I put you up there with some of my all-time favorite electronica duos. You know,
Wow, thank you.
well, which is maybe leads to a question of when you're starting Sugar Nova and you're like, hey, we like. Well, I mean, what's your inspiration? What space are you trying to get into? What music are you trying to be part of?
I think for that first album, we were kind of trying to figure it out and try some different stuff and see what kind of took hold. So, but we were looking, like you said, at other kind of producer singer duos, groups like Drama, groups like Little Dragon.
Sylvan Esso comes to mind.
Sylvan Esso.
Sylvan Esso really comes to mind.
For sure. So yeah, we were kind of trying to play around in that vein and see what stuck.
Yeah, Little Dragon. For this second
like that,
album that we're working on now, that we've already released 4 tracks from plus a remix. For part of it, we're leaning into our like disco side, which we didn't really do too much on the first album.
I was gonna say, 'cause
Maybe
there's like a
Send Me
DJ
Higher.
like
It's coming back, baby. Disco's coming back.
Yeah, what? Darkness Before the like straight up disco. That is
Totally.
straight up disco.
Yeah.
And then the single that you just released is like maybe hedging even closer to like a trancey DJ set.
Yeah, a little more house. Yeah.
Which is
definitely.
completely, it's very different than say I Wouldn't Worry
yeah.
in terms of a cadence and a beat
Right.
and all that stuff.
Right.
Which, by the way, is one of my favorite. I was just listening to I Wouldn't Worry on headphones the other day. I'll tell you why after the pod. But my God, the production on that is so groovy. I was just, I don't know what you're doing, but the way that the movement in the background, like of the bass synth thing that you're using, it just kind of womps at you in just the perfect times. I just think it's a fantastic production, Luke.
We nerd out on production. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
So yeah, breaking down your guys' songs is just like, yeah, we make a day of it. We're just like, okay, bring the weed. We're just gonna sit here and what does that sound?
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we get to the first song, maybe that's a great question to ask you: is what's your production approach? How do you construct these tunes typically?
Can you do one for me?
Yeah, we need some remixes.
So sometimes Rachel will come up with like the lyrics and some kind of basic chords, and then I'll start working from there. And usually I try to get a kind of a basic structure with verses and choruses and figuring out, if I need a bridge or not. And then I just start working on it. And oftentimes the songs go through several different iterations, like trying to get the right feel until I kind of land on what I want. So sometimes I'll take a radical turn and I'll, double the tempo, half the tempo, completely change the bass.
Building. I mean, do you start building? You start building a beat first, and then maybe construct bass lines, or is there any rhyme or reason, or do you just kind of whatever feels good?
Beat and chords usually come first, and then start getting in the details, and then it's just a lot of work from there. Just kind of continually trying stuff out.
What do you use to construct these beats?
I'm using Pro Tools.
Oh,
Okay, right
fantastic!
on,
I use
Pro
Pro Tools. I was totally expecting you to say Ableton.
I thought Logic.
Yeah, right. Either one, but
Both lost a
Pro
bit.
Tools solidarity, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like the old school guys like me kind of use Pro Tools, but I don't think there's that big of a difference nowadays. But
yeah,
I
they
feel
were-
like maybe 10 years ago, if I heard a song, I could kind of pick out what DAW it was from, but not anymore.
Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
Well, I feel like just
Really cool skill.
well, I feel like Ableton would kind of lend itself to these loop-based things.
Sure,
and,
sure.
Logic kind of had a little like I don't know what it was, like maybe like a mid-range hump or something. But now you can do anything with all
They're
of them.
really
so.
easy too to import samples and stuff for Logic. It was just like seamless, and where you could just fucking import them in and move them around and do whatever the fuck you want with.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so much work on fucking Pro Tools to like
I don't know. I'm
import
you can see
that
I'm using Pro Tools.
sample and then really like do what you can do on Logic so easily.
Yeah, they've gotten better at it. But
Yeah, definitely
I
better.
bet you you're
Just
like
what
me.
you're
It's
used
like
to.
I'm way more comfortable on Pro Tools than any other DAW. If you use it every day, I
Exactly.
can do it on Pro Tools.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Let's use that to kick off into us. So what do you have first for us in the concert docket?
We're gonna do "Cool Me Down." It's a track we did with G Love out of Philadelphia. If you, I don't know if you know.
G-Love.
Which is fantastic. So
How?
we're gonna play the song,
Okay,
and
okay,
then we're
okay.
gonna talk about how you got hooked up with G Love.
Absolutely.
That's some Philly shit, right?
Cool me down. I'm overheating. Cool me down.
Hell yeah!
All right.
Oh man, I was gonna say, I'm gonna put this in front of the camera because this sticker looks exactly like that song sound.
Yes. My friend Lena will be so happy to hear that. Lena Vick created our. Yeah, Lena Vick did our shirt designs, our stickers, that poster that you have on the wall. Thank
you can see her. I'm so glad. I mean,
yeah,
actually,
she's a Denver-based artist, and we love her work. So.
Right on. We love sourcing out local artists for all the art that we do, everything we do for
I
the
think I
albums.
own that because of the Kickstarter thing, right? Is that where that
Yes.
came from? Yeah. You know, that thing has been up ever since I've got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Put it up in our practice place. It just brightens up the whole room. We love it.
It's like a trippy sunrise.
God, I love the production. I gotta real quick before we even go into the G Love stuff. So like 70s style harmonica somewhere in the middle.
That's G-Love.
Yeah, that's G Love. He plays harmonica. Honestly, when he said he played, when I got the tracks back and he said he played harmonica, I was like, ah, man, do I have to put harmonica in here? But then it added a very cool like summer kind of vibe to throw in at the end there.
Right, because oftentimes harmonica, you think like a blues harp or something in your face like John
Yeah.
Popper.
Little
But then
water
there's,
or
like,
something like that.
What I'm talking about is like that's in the style of like when they're layered into the Elton John song from the late 70s, you know? You're like, I just, no
Just
other
a hint of it, yeah.
Why they call it the blues, and there's like a heart, I love that style. It sounds so cool.
So how did you get that
How?
G? That was the first question that when
Well, I
that
assume
single
maybe you have
came out. We're
connections
like,
through Lotus in all your years.
It was actually through our booking agent. He had done some shows with him, and it sounded like he was trying to reach out and work with some people in different genres. And we sent him the track, and he loved it. So he threw down some vocals and some harmonica, and we were able to work it in.
dope, yeah. And does he just like, this is what I came up with, and then you decide how much of it you're gonna use, or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have a whole version that has like a rap at the end that we're going to release eventually. But
Oh, yeah, it'll be a separate
that-
version.
He wrote. Yeah.
I love that.
That's
G-Love wrote the
dope.
rap.
B-sides, I love B-sides.
Extended version.
Yes.
The extendos.
Well, that is like, I mean, I went to college in Lawrence, Kansas in the late 90s, and my God, I mean, G Love was like, he was like the thing. Like he came, maybe he was probably like that on all college campuses, is what I gather, but he was really big in Lawrence. I'm sure he.
Yeah, I think it was college campuses, period.
Honestly, yeah. And so when I saw you guys do a collab with him, I'm like, wow, man. That's
It's
really
like a
good
cool
time.
throwback, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Which kind
Throwback
of
to
matches the
current.
song again. Yeah,
Yeah.
it just kind of feel with that. So we talked a bit about Lotus. We did not talk about Raven Jane.
It's defunct.
I know it's defunct, but
He just pushed it away.
I feel like
physically. He just physically threw that back.
you had some really great features that you did with that project. With Elliot Paul, you had a feature with him.
Yeah, he was a great blues guitarist. We did some blues rock stuff together.
Dope.
So Raven Jane started as an indie rock band with my brother, who's, in my view, kind of one of those like genius musicians, just a multi-instrumentalist. And, and we used to do a lot of writing and playing together, and that was our band. And then it kind of evolved into me and whatever. I kind of got to a point where I wanted to collaborate individually with a lot of different people. So for a number of years, it kind of became that.
So you were making music with your sibling. Mm-hmm. He's making music with his sibling.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, you guys, let's ditch the siblings. Is that
Was that what it? That's
Oh man, working with your sibling.
your alternate band name could be called Ditch the Siblings.
I have siblings, but
Bad.
I've never been able to play.
Sugar
I
was
feel
better.
like my brother and
Sugar
I would get
was
in like the biggest fights, but then when we'd start playing together, everything would just like gel perfectly. It was like we couldn't talk words to each other, but we could only talk music to each other.
Hey,
but then we'd like have
that's
this great
communication.
like rehearsal or writing session, and then we'd get in a big fight about it afterwards but only like a third party would be like, "That was great."
I mean, you see that all the time in music, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the history of music, but even just locally, the Bailey Alora's backing band has brothers that play guitar, lead and rhythm guitar for her, and they are just lock sync, and it's like,
Yeah, you get that sound from like, okay, they were
the only
playing
child
guitar
in me gets a
together
little
and-
jealous at that ability.
Yeah.
I was like, I would be a better musician if I had a sibling. probably true actually.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Prince, his dad just
Okay,
locked his ass
fine.
in a goddamn room
Fuck
with
Prince.
instruments.
I mean, he's
I
an
think.
anomaly. I'm just saying usually.
Although he does have
us
siblings,
regular
but
folk.
us
I
regular
grew up
folk.
playing music with these identical twin brothers who are just basically born with drumsticks in their hands because their
All right.
dad's a drummer, and he still tours. Actually, he's like in his late 60s or early 70s now.
Nice.
But
See,
they're
good drummers are hard to
brilliant,
find.
brilliant drummers, just
Yeah.
born that way. But they would the way they locked in on the kit, and they would like face their kits towards
Oh,
each other
really?
and just like lock eye contact like the entire time is
So
incredible.
they're like, I want one of you. They're like, no, it's two drummers
no,
or
I
nothing.
wanted both. I always wanted both of them.
So
I always
Luke, are
wanted
you
to work
hive
both
mind
of
with
them.
your brother?
I don't know. I mean, we definitely get into disagreements, but I feel like having someone that you're gonna have a relationship either way, like, gives a different form of honesty when you're working on songs, and you can maybe say something to them that you wouldn't say to somebody else.
Right. You have an intimacy, and also you have a shared. But I always thought this about bands and being in different bands, and sometimes I've been in bands where like half of the band is like of a generation that likes all these things, the other half is a different generation that likes these different things, and it sort of occurred to me at some point. It's like it's really beneficial. It's like it's not necessary that everyone likes the same thing or is homogenous, but it's kind of beneficial in a band situation where you all agree that like. Yes, we all love Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, for example, or whatever. And you can always crank up, we're big Beatles fans or whatever it is. You have a shared, because not only is that like part of your musical DNA and mission, but also when you start communicating and having ideas, those ideas are going to fall in line. Is it a Beatlesque idea? Is it a steampunk idea? Is it a Nine Inch Nails idea? If you have this shared background of you've heard all this music together, it just makes you really efficient in communication, maybe? You think?
Yeah. I mean, and then you could maybe have the opposite effect where you're kind of in your own silo, but if it's just a sibling or something, but having other people to bring those influences and get a perspective is always good.
I actually feel like with Sugar Nova, we do have a really nice overlap in the like dance electronic space. But both of us listen to a lot of music outside of that too. A lot of times when we're driving, like Luke will throw on jazz. We like between the two of us, we listen to I think a really wide variety of music. And I, as a songwriter, I feel like I really need that. Otherwise, you can really get you
get locked.
You kind of like start to sort of you don't mean to, but you maybe start sort of being like a carbon copy of somebody else if you're too kind of just in one lane as a fan. So I appreciate that about our relationship with just bringing a lot of different kinds of
it makes
music
your own
to the
music
table.
interesting because we said something like earlier I mentioned I Wouldn't Worry. I wouldn't call it a reggae song per se, but it has a reggae influence. It has some cadences. And so there's an example of like, it's an influence. That's all it is. You could hear it as an influence without necessarily being of that genre. That's very cool. Well, maybe that's a good cue to
Well, sure. Yeah.
do it all again. What's next?
Let's do A Better Love.
Nice.
When the shadows go long and lazy, and the trees fade from green to hazy. Oh, it's his eyes I could never forget. How they shifted from caramel to honey, nearly sweet as the words that want me. Oh, come the dusk, we were one silhouette.
right. Rip it in.
So I think I had a total realization while you guys were doing that. First of all, the part of it is
Dime.
why you guys are so successful, why you guys are so kick-ass, and it's because it's the combination of it's a great song, beautiful vocals that you could just get into the song, but there's fun sounds. There's individual sounds scattered throughout that just make me excited. And it sort of like made me go, and I feel like maybe I've been in a bit of a production rut in our own stuff, and I feel like that's what I'm missing. I need the individual sounds, whether it's a synth thing or some of those little drum things you were doing, but just these individual sounds that are exciting, outside of the context of out of the whole song, And it's that combination. So it means that like you enjoy the song as an entire structure, but at any given moment throughout it, you're either enjoying the thing that just happened or you're kind of anticipating there's another fun thing that's in my future. So I don't know. I'm just saying that was just I got all that while you were singing.
Awesome, thanks. Yeah, I feel like as I've gotten better as a producer, I've learned, how to layer more things in without it feeling too dense, and trying to put in those little ear candy things while still making space. So.
And the choices of the items, I mean, there's a billion things, literally a billion things that you could choose, and choosing the right fucking one.
Yeah, actually speak to that just a little bit, even just to educate. It's like, man, again, you have a million options. How do you dial in a sound and go, that's the one?
It just takes a long time, honestly. I'll try out 12 things before I land on the one I like. And I don't know. Sometimes it's just catching a wild hair and seeing what works and trying to open your mind to different possibilities. If I've played in bands since I was in high school, and so sometimes you're locked into that guitar, bass, drums thing. But then if you start thinking outside of that, and I've started to do a lot more work with synthesizers and stuff, and you start kind of hearing music more as just these combination of transients and tails less than instruments, and just combining all those together. I wish I had a better way of explaining it, but
I think of it as kind of like in a lot of ways, I think a good producer today is really like a true composer. It's almost like you have a symphony, like a modern day symphony orchestra at your fingertips, but it's just the little chime right here, or the little sparkle.
Even going back, I mean, if I really just reflect on what I said, and then going back to my first real true music love, which was the Beatles. Just think about that. Yeah, they're crafting great songs, great hooks, sing along. But what's George Martin doing the whole time? He's putting in little sound effects, and he's getting a quartet over here, and blah, 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 blah. And of course, that's the blueprint of the music that I loved my entire life. So,
yeah, we think of the Beatles as just those four guys, but yeah, you're right. I mean, they'll have the Moog synth on there for some random thing. They'll have the little 8-piece string section. Yeah, bringing all those things together really made those songs
Yeah,
timeless.
really hit their stride.
George Martin is truly the fifth Beatle. It's been said before, but it's truly worth iterating. I mean, if you're considering the studio production, that guy was contributing a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. But that's not the... And, if Sir Paul himself, who I idolize, was here himself, he'd go, yeah, you're right, Rob.
Is that how he'd say that?
Yeah. I can't Liverpudlian very well, but that was my best try.
I think he'd be like more of a spot on, mate. Spot on.
Mate. That's not Liverpudlian. I was closer. I'm not going to say I was good, but I was closer.
Spot on, mate.
Yeah, Rob. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's get into more of that the background. So we know former bands, but like, where did your love for music really start? Where's the who put you who did you wrong?
If my first love was the Beatles, what was your first, if not the same?
Was it a song? Was it I don't know. What got you on the road to be like, okay, I can do music?
Oh, I mean, well, on the road to I can do music. I don't know about that, but that question, before you said that, one of my very earliest memories in my life is listening to Surrealistic Pillow with my dad.
Oh my god,
I mean,
pill makes you
when I was
larger.
like probably 3 or 4 years old.
I love that album.
So yeah,
I could imagine that being just imprinted on a young brain.
Yeah. Oh, it's imprinted every song.
Oh,
And I think
dude,
like
of all the songs I've imprinted, great
embryonic journey. Okay, what I love about that album that I think, especially in today's environment where it feels like things are like really kind of what we were talking about earlier about getting like really specific into a really like one sound and just kind of staying in that lane. And I think about that album, you have like an instrumental classical guitar piece mixed in with like White Rabbit on the same album. And to me, like my goal as a musician is to keep exploring edges, different. I mean, one thing that Luke has challenged me with a lot that I appreciate is kind of exploring different textures and tones in my own voice. It's the same body,
Oh, right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
true.
but finding new modes of expression.
It's the way you're used to sounding, you know. And
You could
you're
be more
like, "Ah,
nasal. You could be more guttural.
Absolutely.
You could kind of bounce the sound off your. Oh,
Yeah.
I can use a fancy word here. Ready? Your embouchure.
Yes,
God.
nice. It's
Rachel
like you have
does
like a
all the-
whole
you're
like
vocal
pedal
coach,
board
right?
in your face.
No, I'm sure for me.
You're
I'm
a
allergic.
vocal instructor. Is that So, have you used the word embouchure?
No.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah. Do you mean
okay.
like amber?
No, it's like the shape of your mouth or whatever. So some vocal
I guess
coaches
that
do
doesn't like come
Yeah,
up a
so
lot.
you
Like shaping your vocal tract. Yeah.
the
I'm
way
going
you're
to start saying it.
forming, yeah, the mouth.
Yeah.
That's your embouchure.
Okay, so in voice, we generally talk about that as placement.
Okay,
Kind of like
okay.
how are you placing it? Like kind of up or like meh, like really focused forward nasally or low, kind of like this or
Yeah, but embouchure is actually more about the shape of the mouth while it's happening.
Yeah,
So
that
it's
makes
like
sense.
A separate.
Longos.
Yeah, because you
wide.
could do the stuff that you were describing and all the while shape your mouth into different ways.
Right.
It does shape the
I mean,
sound.
I'm definitely gonna be saying embouchure in my
Well,
lessons this week.
Look, I mean, I'm not a fancy expert. All I did was take an online vocal class. They used the word. It became part of a vocabulary word that I know.
Luke, how about you? What
So my parents didn't really listen to much music, so for me it was kind of discovering it for myself in high school. And one of my first groups I got into more heavily was like the Talking Heads. I think I just kind of
Right on.
locked
Oh
into
my
those
God.
like
What
dance grooves, and then I got heavily into Fish, but I kept coming back to those dance grooves of like the Talking Heads, and
Yeah.
it's kind of been
one of the
a
best
long
groups
running.
of all time.
Sentimental, man. Like,
Love the Talking Heads.
God, what they did with music was before people were genre blending, they're like, we're gonna make up genres, and then we're gonna blend those made up genres.
Right. Remember way back when Paranoid Image came in, I said, in a weird way, they remind me of the Talking Heads. Not because they sound like the Talking Heads. No one sounds like Talking Heads, but they have that similar approach of like back in the 80s, if you were like, hey, describe the Talking Heads to me, you'd be like, blah, blah, blah. They're kind of like, I can't even. And that's exactly what Paranoid Image does when they come in and they don't have a drum kit. It's like percussion, but they could throw in banjos and there's piano, and it's like, it's hard to describe.
Yeah, Chris, amazing fucking piano player.
But it's fun that way because that's a great genre to be.
Yeah, and then which is the way you guys kind of balance that. And again, going back to those influences, the fact that you can pull from so many different things, and then use electronic music as kind of the medium to fit them all into the greater transformer there, becoming Voltron in your own right.
It's true, but I would say at least half of your songs you could probably create a very compelling acoustic arrangement.
Nice.
I'm true.
I think that's a huge compliment because
I mean, maybe the disco song is a disco song, but a lot of them, like the one you just did, that could just be a melodic.
Cool.
Yeah, stripping things down to really shows you like, okay, is this a good song or about like, do we need all the bells and whistles to make it work?
So what I hear you saying is Sugar Nova Unplugged.
That's
should
what I'm
be-
talking about.
Oh my god. We have plans to do an unplugged version. I don't know. Most of these end up being unplugged because bands with like 9 members, they're like, me and the drummer can make it. Like, that's what you're gonna get.
We've had a full band in here like twice.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's pared down.
That
But
sounds
this,
sweaty.
yeah, this is great though because this is both pared down and the full band all in one.
And do you prefer because it's all like on a track? You like, there's consistency there, especially for a vocalist. You're like, I know exactly where I'm coming in, how this is gonna work. Like, and it gives you liberty to kind of stretch and pull lines to you want because you know where that's going to start and stop. It's not like a band is like he's
'cause
gonna
you-
miss the
in your-
bass line and he's gonna fuck it up for you.
You used to do indie rock, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Does that mean you had a kit drummer in your indie
yeah.
rock?
Yeah. So comparatively, from like big band, both of you guys, larger bands, to something that's more pared down like this.
I that was actually kind of a challenge for me to get used to that, actually, because I think like with a live band, a lot of times I like to like schmooze with people a lot, and and then maybe the band's just like grooving, while I'm like saying some bullshit, and then it's like, all right, now we're starting. So it took me a little bit of
Here you got 16 measures.
adjustment
That's
to
all
like
you got, right?
yeah, like I need to be like Luke's only got 2 hands and he's basically doing the job of like 4 different people, and
Very
so
well.
I need to be more. Instead of just kind of being a front woman, like everyone will follow when I'm ready, I need to be a little more tuned into him, and like if
Definitely more measured.
if things are moving and he's already got his guitar going, like he can't easily like
He can't
switch
stop
things
playing
up.
guitar and go to the
Right.
computer. I get you
yeah,
exactly
so
what
I
you're
actually
saying.
kind of need to be a little more.
And by the way,
tuned
I
in
saw
that
you guys
way.
play live, which was fantastic. And I know you don't have it tonight, but your drum pad is a pretty fun. I got a kick out of when you're using it in your show.
Yeah, for the songs that I don't play guitar, I'll be playing the drum pad, and yeah, it's a nice change up for me.
It plays well live, I think. I think the crowd really likes it, and yeah.
And are you used to this kind of arrangement in Lotus?
No, Lotus is a full band.
Full band.
Yeah, bass, drums, guitar. So my first kind of foray into this was just DJing under the Luke the Knife project, and yeah, when I first started that, I was like, I need a drummer on stage. But eventually, you learn like, oh, people are fine with this. It's just you got to accept it for its own thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it could kind of, you got this band coming up, and the more members, and it's like, they're this crew and this, this feel, and you go up there with your stuff, and you're like, I'm big too. I swear, I could make it sound big.
This is just throwing out there because there's one other band that is actually truly one of my most favorite bands of all time. I sat down Gary when I got this live DVD once. Gary and I stayed up late and watched it. But the band's called Underworld. I don't know if you know it. It's a British.
You're speaking my language. This is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Me too, brother. And well,
is it the live
so you actually can tell exactly
the
why
live
you remind
DVD
me
with the
of-
green cover? Is that what you're talking about?
Absolutely,
Oh
everything,
my gosh,
everything.
I've watched it so many times.
Me too. And I just recently, I had the DVD or the CD for forever, and I recently just got the DVD, which was fantastic. We'll watch it sometime, Andrew. But
I feel very left out.
anyway, the reason why I absolutely brought them up because I can't think of another real electronica band where the guy stands out with a guitar except for Underworld.
I got the great pleasure of seeing them at the Hollywood Bowl a couple years ago, and
dope.
it was all the old heads. I don't think Underworld has really like took off in the U.S. like they did over in
I know,
Europe and
it's-
Japan.
It's a
But,
tragedy, but they keep putting out music all the time.
So
Even now.
instead of the normal CDJs or whatever that most DJs had, they had a full analog mixing board on stage, and it was the best electronic sounding show I've ever seen.
I saw them at the, I think it was the Fillmore down here. Yeah. Anyway, and it was, it's up there. It's one of the two. The other one being the Chemical Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
I adore the Chemical
I
Brothers.
also got to see them out in San Francisco a couple years ago. It was probably the loudest show I've ever seen.
Yeah. So let me give you this real quick anecdote of, I think it was the Fillmore. I do think it was the Fillmore. And the Chemical Brothers are just doing their thing. I think it wasn't that deep into their set. And it comes on to block rock and beats. And everything starts going big and big. And they somehow tripped a breaker or something. The whole place goes dead and dark. The sound goes off. The lights go off. And everyone's just standing around going, what?
Damn. Did they have the whole robots with the laser eyes and everything?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
I saw them with like their full light production.
No,
and-
because it was
and-
pretty pared down. It was in the Fillmore, a little bit constrained, and it was. I just remember the two of them. I do remember a pretty good light show, but I absolutely remember that incident, and that was.
You would have
hilarious.
remembered the robots. They're like 25 feet tall. They shoot lasers.
I would.
It's like, no, I
would.
missed him, I think.
And I have seen Daft Punk as well. So I've collected all the big.
Yeah, you did the big list.
Oh, Daft Punk was at Red Rocks.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was it just the two of them, or did they have?
It was the first stop of their pyramid tour, and people
That's it.
now they're so big, but back then you kind of forget that show was not sold out. It was like the Rapture opened up. It was
That's right.
It was kind of a time that people don't remember because it was only a year later that Daft Punk came back and they were selling out baseball stadiums. But
Yeah.
they started kind of with a 2/3 full Red Rocks.
Incredible. I mean, and they are one of the seminal groups of our time, and I guess they're retired now. They're gone.
They're done. But actually, this next song is a full disco track, but it's kind of some of the production and some of the guitar styles is taken from that latest Daft Punk record a little bit.
You mean Random Access Memories?
Yeah,
God,
stuff
that is literally a masterpiece. But also, what a great segue into the song. I'll let you do it.
That's a great song.
It's Daft Punk meets the Love Boat.
Actually,
Hey, I could, at the beginning you could hear a bit of
Punk
"I'm
meets
Up All
the
Night to
Love
Get
Boat.
Lucky" production, but of course by the end of the song you've kind of deviated from that a bit.
and actually, there are parts of that that remind me of Jamiroquai.
Oh, good call.
Canned Heat? No, like there were parts in there. I'm like, oh, that is so reminiscent of Canned Heat right there.
And by the way, what great wah pedaling, like a true expert.
Thank you.
That was good. That was some good wah.
Can't let that song go without mentioning that Garrett Sayers from the Motet is the bassist on that.
Oh,
There's
God.
some
So-
badass bass
Yeah.
going on. I
That
heard
is
it.
dope.
I heard it.
That is dope. I guess that brings us to our next segment. We like to do this with anybody that we actually can. What's on your pedal board? We were just talking about.
And when it comes to Luke, we can expand it slightly to be like, what are you doing?
Yeah. What are what are the little inflections? So let's start with the wall. What kind of wall do you got set up there?
This is the DMC wah pedal. I used to have the traditional kind of crybaby, but
Yeah.
this has a much wider range and has a much more of a full kind of vocal sound to it. So yeah, traditionally I've always been a tube amp guy, but with this project we're flying around. I can't take an amp, so I've got this Universal Audio Dream 65, which is kind of the digital amp of the setup.
the mod.
So it's emulates a Fender 65.
Oh, fucking A.
I got the Strymon Compadre, which is a compressor, and I'll use this to boost it up to kind of get my distorted sounds.
Okay, yeah.
And
Dope.
then I'm just using a multi-effects here. Mostly I'm using it for delays, chorus, and then one track I've got this like heavy synth kind of like envelope filter on it. And that's let's see, who's that made by? That's a Line 6 M9.
Okay, fucking A.
I know what you mean about the crybaby. I have one myself, and it reminds me of. Have you ever driven a car stick shift that has like a clutch that's like? That's what it reminds me of. It's like this mode, and then like, oh, you moved it a centimeter. Like, come on, man, you got to give me some more leeway. Was that the same? Was that the problem you were having with?
Yeah, in my mind, I wanted it to have this smoother sound, and the Crybaby kind of has a little bit like a dirtier, kind of a narrower filter
definitely
sweep.
more narrow filter. The range for it too is just like you're not getting up high, you're not getting a really good.
And you know what? I have a box
in the
collecting
transition,
dust
he's right.
in the
The
corner.
transition from those are just like it's like go 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 go.
Yeah, and
you're like,
there's like 5 or 6 points along there that are really kind of ugly sounding, and you gotta sweep through them.
So what was that one again? Just real quick.
It's a DMC.
DMC. I think that's what I want.
I was just thinking.
After
it was like
listening
DMC,
to you
that
play
sounds
on that
really good.
last track, that's kind of what I want. Okay.
Yeah, we have two Crybabies, and I hate them both.
Well, and I have one that's a Vox. It's just a Vox,
Oh,
but
the
it has
Vox,
the same problem, really.
Yeah, I used the Crybaby, I used the Vox, and eventually I came around to this one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. I think we might incorporate that into our pedal board
All right.
situation. And so I only have an auto wall right now, and I don't even.
I like that Strymon compressor too. We have the what's it called? The blue. Is it a Blue Moon? What the hell is it?
I thought the Blue Moon was the reverb, not the compressor. Maybe you're right.
Yeah,
No,
there's
we
a,
don't
Blood
have
Moon.
a-
Blood
there-
Moon compressor. Is that right?
No, that's a.
there is a
flanger.
Strymon Blue Moon reverb pedal.
Yeah, that's what we
Maybe
we,
that's
we
it.
do. Well, we have to get it repaired. Unfortunately, lots of use is pretty much rendered it useless to us for the moment. Hopeful to get that fixed. Although that made me like delve into different pedal combinations. That are like, okay, I can't get that, but if I use the Blood Moon with another phaser or another really cool, another item that's gonna affect the sound, I'm like, okay, we can approximate ideas now. Which is something I never really did. So I'm impressed when people can wield a lot of those items, and I'm like, God, it would take me forever, I think, to learn.
I was also going to say it's sort of surprising you're wielding a hollow body style guitar.
Well, it's got
this
no
is the
amps,
only
right?
guitar I've ever played, so I don't know. I just stick with it.
Introduce us to that guitar there.
This is a Gibson ES 135. It's actually a semi-hollow, but I bought it in college, and it's been all over the world with me.
Okay, so that's a block going down the middle there.
Yeah, and then I have it actually stuffed with styrofoam
I
as well.
kind of noticed
so-
that.
Oh,
I kinda
yeah. I
noticed
was
that
gonna
it was
ask
a
what
hollow
was in
body
it.
that's been stuffed.
How did you go about stuffing it with?
Well, I was getting
styrofoam?
too much feedback on
Sure.
stage, and I tried stuffing it, and it didn't really change the tone at all. And I was able to create feedback when I wanted, but cut it down when I didn't want it.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I said it was surprising that I saw you wielding that hollow body. Given your style of music, it's definitely going to be prone to feedback. Hence your solution.
How did you get the foam in there?
Finger push. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. I was just like, you're like, I had a sprayer. It just expanded foam.
No.
No. That's dope.
Some insulation, like spray some insulation.
Well, the guitar is warm. That's for sure.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that was pedalboard segment. We love pedalboard segment. One of these days, I'm going to go watch all of them, and then I will assemble the ultimate pedalboard.
Is that what we're building up to?
Some people have great stuff. The guys on Black Market Translation, which is kind of like a post-rock band, their pedal boards are good. Good stuff.
Yeah, their guitar players.
Not Sugar Nova, Sour Magic.
Yeah.
The pedal board Sour Magic
They
uses.
they are the
Alchemy.
grand shoegazer band of this town. Like, they are fucking fire.
Yeah, if you're a shoegaze band, you got to have a pedal board that's at least
epic
Hellacious.
proportions.
12 square feet.
Lots of Strymons on there, lots of Earthquakers.
And when you're doing it, you have to learn how to be a guitarist with a pedal board. A lot of guitarists practice, but the dance of especially, Andrew and I have this problem. I guess you don't have it as much as you're singing and playing guitar, and you got to change shit on the pedal board, and it becomes this whole shuffle that you're doing all the time.
I resent that. I do not have a problem with that. I love doing it. I literally have rehearsals where I just go through the phases where I'm like, okay, beginning of the song, in, out, and I'll even rearrange. I'm like, oh, no, that pedal's a little too hard to hit when we go to that. Simpler here. Yeah.
So I've tried, by the way. I've tried to do exactly that, what he says. I can't remember. So all I could do is go on stage, and I know what the pedals do. I'll just make it up every time. Oh, I need distortion. Let me stomp on that one. Oh, I need some sort of reverb. Let me stomp on that. And I'll try. I'll come in. I'll remember. I'll do a thing. I'll be like, oh, it was really cool if I did this one, this one, this one. Like, I didn't write it down. I tried to do it again. Wait, which one did I step on first? Was it this? Was it that? I don't know.
I'm really big about chaining gains together too. So I have I have a few really, really good pedals that, like, in different combinations, you're getting different kind of gain breakups and stuff where you're just like, okay, this is for the solo, things that go better into a clone of a clon that I got.
Clone.
That's
a good clone.
Yeah, I've got that on my Lotus pedal board.
Yeah,
Nice,
you
yeah.
gotta have
The Archer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, it's like a legit. It literally looks like the fucking
Oh,
the
really?
original.
Those things are
clone.
huge usually, those old clones.
Oh yeah, those old ones are ridiculous.
Well, it's apparently using the exact same circuit design. I mean,
A guy in California
haven't verified
started
it, but it
making
sounds
fun of
good.
them. Got the germanium circuits, and he was like, "I'm gonna recreate some." Like $100, you want one? And I'm like, fuck, like, God, I could give you money fast
It
enough
is
for
great
that.
pedal. Oh, well, so when we're talking equipment, Rachel, you got anything?
Yeah, I was like, you got a pedal board as well.
I was just standing here thinking about how I am so not a gearhead. I just am not. So I don't. I mean, I have a pedal, but it can do like harmonies. It can do a lot of stuff.
Do you use much of that, or you just kind of use it for reverb? Or
Yeah. We I guess none of the stuff that we brought to your show today has a lot of that, but we have some stuff where we do like vocal doubling.
right?
Yeah, and I mentioned the live harmonies or like
it does that.
long delay, that kind of thing. Yeah, we have one song that we do auto tune on, like T-Pain
Yeah,
style.
as an effect. By the way, I do. It's
Is that
funny.
the TC Helicon voice live?
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
voice play live.
yeah,
I'll show you.
auto tune is like that, man. As a crutch, it's shite.
Right.
But as an effect,
It's cool.
it's cool. That's right.
Sorry, I'm trying to show you actually. Sorry, I have to find the right setting. Wait, I forgot.
I like it.
Dope.
That
So
is dope.
we have some stuff we do that kind of thing.
That is dope.
All right. Now,
Yeah, I'm not a gearhead. If you want to talk to me about lyrics and songwriting, I've got thoughts, but I'm not a gearhead.
Yeah,
at
let's
all.
go into that. Let's
What did you like that? I like led you there. I was like, ask me something I know.
yeah, let's go there. That's absolutely right. Lacking any kind of thing to stomp
Feel like-
on, really.
we're such shitty interviewers now at this point. They're asking their own questions. All right, let's go.
No, we got more
But yeah,
than
give us a little about I don't know, what's your when you write lyrics, does it start as lyrics or you come up with a melody and you're putting words to it, or
Yeah, I was thinking about this. We've tried writing together in a couple different ways, and if I was thinking, for me, the lyric and melody piece depends on whether Luke was like the original, the originator of the song, or I was. If he gives me like a simple groove, like with basic production and chords, then I think I don't usually have like a lyrical idea sitting around that I try to like stamp onto it. I usually just like loop what he gave me, and something kind of emerges, or I've heard other like lyricists talk about this too. Like I'll start kind of just spewing nonsense, and then like some kind of random phrase just comes to me, and then
I work off vowel sounds.
We are
to be
big
quite honest
fans
with you.
of that.
I
Yeah.
just kind of emote, sing
Yeah.
vowel sounds that seem right for the thing, and then later those vowel sounds can be translated into the right word.
So it feels like in that sense, like the lyrics and melody, or lyrics especially, are coming a little more organically, or at least the original seed.
However, talk about your latest single, and I mention it because I did. I read your email. You guys sent it. By the way, good job in keeping up with the newsletter. You guys are great at that stuff. I feel like that's maybe also just a tiny part of your success, obviously, but that's a great way you follow up on your success and keep in people's radar.
I love the email list. Like when we do shows, we have it on our merch table, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, all right, you're still doing email list." I'm like, "Yes," because this is you and us, like directly.
Yeah.
Like they're,
That's right.
You follow people
And
on
so-
Instagram, and like the algorithm doesn't even give me the bands that I follow. I don't even know what I'm getting. So I feel like
I get that.
we don't have. It's like there's like a mediator to our relationship with our fans on social
Right.
media, but with like an email list, it's like, hey,
Yeah, you become the
we're
mediator.
talking to
and
you,
and you put out
and-
that single, and by the way, it's great. And you each kind of wrote a little blurb.
Yeah.
That's
I
good
like to do
marketing,
that.
guys. That's great stuff. And in that marketing, it was saying that this song, the latest single, which I don't know if that's not what you're doing next, but the latest single, I don't know.
I think it might be what we're
Oh,
doing.
maybe it is. What a segue! Great, that would be so perfect. But it began with some lyrical ideas on your side.
Yeah,
Is that
so
right?
that's kind of the opposite of what I was just describing,
Right.
because a lot of our songs come from kind of Luke sending me a start, and this one I wrote a simple chord progression, and I have a kind of a list of lyrical ideas that I kind of want to get done. I guess
Ooh,
like
I'd
a
love to
task,
see the
like
list.
a songwriting task list, and that one was just kind of like the concept of. It's called Beauty of Empty Space, and it's basically about how everything is too fucking packed and scheduled all the time, and I'm so sick of a full calendar, and I'm constantly racing around, and I know everybody else is too.
On behalf of
And-
Kind of Vague Radio, we apologize.
No, this was a fun thing on the calendar. I mean like
Stuffing
when your
ourselves into
friends
your
are like,
calendar.
let's get happy hour, and then like everybody pulls the calendar out, and it's like, okay, how about 3 Wednesdays from now? And
Yeah.
it's just like, that's not how I want to live my life. That's
Fair
not how I
enough.
want to
Me
connect with
neither.
people.
Me neither.
Yeah, and so the Beauty of Empty Space is about kind of like being languid in unscheduled time, and it's definitely like in the context of like intimacy and not like friendship really and hanging out, but kind of like that idea of just kind of like developing intimacy in unstructured, open-ended, spacious time. So, yeah.
Kind of like what Uma Thurman says in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I
Don't
know
you
what
just
line
love
you're
that?
talking about.
The uncomfortable silences.
Oh, yeah.
To
There's those
Yes.
interesting sounds again. I was talking about like in the bridge. There's the blah blah blah, and then like
Shimmers and glitters. There's
and
like
then
a
when we
lot of
played it on
sparkly
the air the
sounds.
other day, I was like, I love that outro. That it's a do 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 do. Great stuff.
Really great
stuff.
Thank you.
you. You know, I was even a couple songs ago. I was thinking, you remember the Cardigans? You remember that song, "Lovesick"? Love me. You guys would kill at that one. And I was thinking about that, but you're like, oh, you know, but it's not like you don't have a history of covering random indie rock tracks. Maybe
Yeah.
one of my it's hard to really pick favorite things that you did, but the My Morning Jacket thing
Yes,
you did
My Morning Jacket cover
fucking
is
blew me
fucking-
away. So I guess like two-part question. Maybe, you know, talk a little bit about that cover, and do you have plans to maybe cover anything else in the future?
For that one particularly, I had some friends. They live out in Pittsburgh, and they're huge My Morning Jacket fans. And I think one of them just had it in their head that that someone needed to do a cover of "Touch Me, I'm Gonna Scream" Part 2, either with my DJ project Luke the Knife, or with Lotus, or with Sugar Nova. And yeah, I think it really
Spot on idea, by the way. Just spot on. When you hear the end result, you're like, it seems like it's like an obvious thing. Like, duh, I can't believe no one did it, right?
Yeah, it's such a groovy song, and they kind of do it in like I don't know what you'd call it, maybe like a Southern rock meets Prince kind of way. So we were able to kind of do a kind of a female perspective on the song, do it a little
Sure.
more like chill, more electronic.
I'd say it actually kind of changes the context a little bit when a female sings it.
Oh, totally.
On the other hand, though, Yim Yames seems in a high register, and he likes that.
We did change the
He
key,
likes
though.
that. But it's not that much of a stretch to actually change a My Morning Jacket from male to
Right,
female,
right.
given the
Right.
lead
I
singer
think
of My
we
Morning
did
Jacket.
Bump that up maybe a fourth or something, though. We did change.
You did bump it up?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
he's
did
got a
change
crazy
the
way.
key.
I remember that American Dad episode where he really gets into My Morning Jacket. Like just fucking starts.
I have not heard of that one. But,
yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, during our live show, we have other covers that we play, and
Really?
it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Well, we were talking about Jefferson Airplane earlier.
Oh,
we
yeah.
released a single about a year ago, a cover of Somebody I Love in kind of a deep
That's
house
right.
style.
I do remember that.
I really want to do a Crazy Peas song. The singer Danielle Moore just died a couple months ago, and
Really?
I feel like they broke a lot of ground in the electronic space.
Absolutely.
And, I would love to like reimagine one of their songs.
Very cool. All right.
Should we do one from our first album?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
we
What are
can
you
do
thinking,
some-
man?
That
What
was
is-
a Finish What You Started.
Okay, yeah.
perfectly clear. So put up your fists in the air and get ready to fight like you got something to Oh yeah, finish what you started. You can't stay broken hearted, 'cause it's too late to back this up, back this up. Oh yeah, finish what you started. Oh, you can't stay broken hearted, 'cause it's too late to back this up. Back this up, 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 back this up. Back this up, 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 back this up. Back this up.
Hell yeah.
Love
Woo!
it. Love it.
I dare say, not to be whatever. It's the sexiest song. It's a sexier song you got there.
He just likes to back it up. Art.
No, it's actually it's the main.
Rob's gonna be
lyric. It's the
twerking over here in a second.
It's the finish what you started. It's an invitation. It's like it's sort of a sultry lyric there. You know?
I get it.
Don't you
Okay.
think? I don't
get
know.
It. Yeah, yeah.
I don't have the courage to write sultry lyrics, but I don't think anyone wants to hear them coming from me anyway. So
Aren't you curious what would come out if you tried?
Yeah, exactly. It was just like, you gotta try. I mean, if Tom Jones can do it, and people are like, okay,
it's not unusual. I think about again going back to Tom York. They did a cover of Carly Simon's "Nobody Does It Better." It's great. It's early in their career, and I love it because you only hear it live. And Tom York steps up to the mic and he goes, "This is the sexiest song that was ever written." And then nobody does it better.
so crazy.
I'm definitely looking at it.
I'm sure it's on YouTube. Just look up Tom, or just look up Radiohead. Nobody does it better. It's great. I mean, I'm a fan, but they kill it when they do something, and it's like you wouldn't think Radiohead would do Carly Simon, but it works.
I don't know. There's something to taking your influence and just loving that song. I don't care if everybody loves it or everybody knows it. I think that the best covers come that way. You know, you can really embody an idea. There's a story about fucking what do you call it? God damn it. Jimi Hendrix covering that Hey Joe's song.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like a week after Sgt. Pepper.
No,
he's
he
covering
covered that song because he really, really just loved that song. And this song is fucking obscure as fuck, and nobody ever like, why are you covering that song, Jimmy? Like, lo and behold, the fucking producer, was it the bass player for the Animals, is like looking for a new act, and that is the specific song that he wants to get somebody to sing. And they're like, that's so obscure. He's like, but I think somebody could do it real. He goes to see fucking Jimmy at the behest of one of his friends, a fucking Rolling Stone girlfriend. Was like, hey, you should come over here. This guy plays really well. First song he fucking does is Hey Joe, and he's like, holy shit, like that's
I've been waiting
the
for someone
song
to
I've
go.
been wanting to fucking do. And it's just two people who really love this song. Like, yeah, we would not get the Jimi Hendrix experience without these two people
Hell
just
yeah.
loving an obscure song.
Yeah.
Well, and I got to say, whenever I do, the only way I can do a cover is to really kind of love the song and want to do it. I've been in a situation where it's like, hey, we're doing covers and they want us to play, and I really hate playing the songs I just don't have my heart in. I could stand there and I could move my fingers, but I want to feel it. I want to be like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Every once in a while, but actually most of our covers are good. I love that October. What's
October
that
33.
Speaking, okay, check this out. We have an obscure cover.
Is that
Who did
do
that?
we need to move our car?
I think so. I guess
Oh.
that's it.
You can check it out, Luke.
We promised them we'd be out before they were, but
What
Fuck
time is
that.
it? What time is it? Well, I mean, we said 5 songs, didn't we, when we originally scheduled this? We're 2 hours in. I mean, it took us a long time, half hour to set up or whatever. So. Have we done all the songs that we plan on doing? Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Please. Well, this was a great.
Then, in that case, Luke gets back. We'll just wrap up the pod, and we'll bid you adieu.
yeah. You wrap up the pot.
No, when Luke comes back, hey, anything you want to bring up right now, bring it up.
What your next shows are, and yeah.
We may play with Bailey Allura on New Year's, but even if we do, I'm flying back from Hawaii that day.
Oh, fucking bro.
I could stroll off the plane and onto a stage. I could do it.
Okay.
I could do it.
forget that you're always in Hawaii.
Why are you always in Hawaii?
Because why wouldn't you be?
I mean, it's a great way to spend a winter.
No,
he dodged so many really terrible snowstorms.
Yeah, the
He's
real
like,
answer.
I'm in Hawaii. I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, the
talking
real
about.
answer is A. I mean, the older I get, the harder it is to go through a winter entirely. It's so weird that way. And then B, we have a friend that lives out there, and she comes from Colorado, and it just so happens that usually holiday times comes around, she needs to come back and visit her family, or wants to come back and visit her family. But she does have a couple little puppies out there, and those puppies are very important to all of us. So we go out there and take care of the dogs. We watch the house too, we just take care of everything while she's out here.
Cool.
And then she comes back, and we have a little bit of overlap. Her name's Katie. She's Katie Stark.
Cool.
And yeah.
Is it the main island you go to, or?
No, we go to Maui. Maui.
Nice.
Yeah, I do. I've been to I actually haven't been to Molokai, oddly enough, but I've been to all the other islands. I used to go out to Oahu a lot for different reasons. So. I don't know, just Hawaii. Once Hawaii gets, we were talking about, once Hawaii gets a little bit into your blood, and especially because unlike a lot of places, it's not like Hawaii has a monopoly on tropical wonder locations, but as an American, it's one of the few you can just hop on a plane and get to without any rigmarole. Exactly. Rigmarole.
Yes.
Okay, now that Luke's back, we're still airing. I'm going to stop the tape soon. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah, this was really great. Again, I was so fucking looking forward to this.
Thank you guys.
We had you guys in
Thank you.
before the album released, and just seeing what you guys are doing now.
Halogen's
so
a killer
fucking
album.
great.
I assume it's still on sale. Is the vinyl still on sale?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
We
it. You
have
can get the
on
vinyl
our,
on stair.
You got to get that stuff in the Discog database. We'll talk about that.
We have
offline.
it on our
on your to-do
Bandcamp
list.
page, so sugarnova.bandcamp.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Yeah, sugarnova.bandcamp.com.
Yeah.
We have a whole store there, so we have the vinyl and shirts, and the original poster from our inaugural album release show is still on there. And we have more merch coming soon.
And a new album.
And the new album, that'll probably still be another 6 months or more. But
That's perfect.
we're
That's
working on
fine.
it.
And
Anticipation.
so you got a gig, which is chronologically, while we're recording this, it's going to be this
Was
Saturday.
last.
However, by the time the pod comes out, it's going to be last Saturday. Anything else in the future to plug? Or are you kind of like chill for the year? I mean, the year's winding down. It's okay to take a holiday.
That's kind of what we're doing.
We got some stuff out of state, but not finalized yet. But we're gonna have it up on our website really soon. So
Okay, all right.
sugarnovamusic.com. Just plugging all the things.
Yes, please plug them all. It was so great to see. I'm
All the
so
things.
fucking proud of you guys. Like, god damn, you guys are doing it. So happy to hear it, and I can't wait for the new album.
You guys were officially our first interview we ever did, so thank you for having us
Hey
back.
man, that's all. And you know what? You guys are gonna shoot to the top, and if you remember us, we will be
Come back
so
and do the show,
grateful.
please. Do
and
it
you
the
come back and
third-
do our show when you're like big and famous. But
more famous,
or more famous. I mean, honestly, you are definitely you're one of the more notable acts. Not only like just saying that, but like people know your name around town. You know, it's like it's getting out there. It's happening. So
not just around town, like nationally. Like you guys are really making
Yeah.
fucking waves in those areas.
yeah,
like,
people are noticing you. That's gotta feel good.
All the print ups that I've read about you guys, like they just gushing over you guys. Like seriously, like who's some of the most unique sounds coming out, especially with this push for being more. I don't know, digital driven. The fact that you guys find this balance of real guitar, real voice, still using those applications though, but keeping the humans alive in the music.
It's true, because there's a final question. Have you ever got a bad review? Ever?
I don't think. Yeah, I didn't read one.
Not yet, but I'm going to frame it when it comes.
Keep you
Jack
humble.
Kerouac.
It's not going to happen because you guys are excellent, and I think that's a great way to end our podcast. Thank you,
Yes.
Sugar Nova. You've
Thank
been
you. Thank
awesome.
you both for having us. Thank you, Kind of Vague Radio. Kind of. You're gonna
I
have to
know,
edit
we're a
that.
tongue twister, we
Thank you,
apologize.
Kind of Vague Radio.
We don't edit. We just adjust.
Oh, please edit that.
No edits.
No edits, just adjustments.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.